Tutorial 4. How to find the code from partial bidding or partial cuts. This is one of the most useful features in InstaCode. Let's imagine that my customer has just arrived at my shop with a broken car key and has lost the part that broke off and wants me to help him out. Without InstaCode, I'd have to go to the vehicle and remove the lock and pull it apart. Then I'd have to decode it before cutting a key to code and sending the customer on their way. With the find bidding function, I can find out the rest of the key cuts without needing to spend time with the vehicle and without needing to leave my shop. First, I need to identify the vehicle, code series, and key blank that my customer has brought in. For this example, I'll enter Chrysler, then the model, which is Cirrus, then the year, which for this example is 1996. By clicking on Do Search, I can see the code series, card, and number of cuts for the key. And by clicking Details, I am shown the measurements of the key. But we're interested to find the cuts for the part of the key that's missing. To do this, I'd need to read the existing cuts on the key. Let's assume I'm missing the last two cuts. So, if I read the existing cuts and come up with 2, 3, 2, 2, and 1, I write these down. Now back to InstaCode. I click on the Find Bidding button. Clicking on this opens the Find Bidding wizard. In this wizard, I can enter the cuts which I wrote down a moment ago. I then click Next. InstaCode will show me all the possible original key codes which have these first 5 cuts. I can now see that there are 3 possible keys for my customer's car. One of these keys is going to be the one that my customer needs. We're almost done, but there's one other great thing that InstaCode does to help us. If I click the Show All Codes in Cutting Tree button, InstaCode will arrange the possible keys into a tree, where I can see the codes arranged in the order that will allow me to cut all the codes while using the minimum number of key blanks. This is done by cutting the codes in an order where the cuts progressively get deeper. This information is displayed on the right side in a window that can be moved if need be. Also, once a code has been loaded into the main screen of InstaCode, the tree indicates that it has been used by placing a tick next to the code. Of course, if the vehicle is 2 hours drive away, I might simply cut all 3 keys for the customer. But in this scenario, we'll just assume that it's across the road. I cut the first code, L1613, which has already been loaded to the main screen of InstaCode. I go across the road and discover that it doesn't work for the vehicle. So I come back to InstaCode and select the second code in the tree, L3010, and click the Use Code button. Then I cut the code onto the same key blank. I try it. If it works, my job is done. If the second code does not work the vehicle, then I repeat the process for the third code, still using the same key blank, and my customer is on their way just a few moments later.